about voice modulation. If we want to bring about voice modulation in practice, the first and most important thing we need to do is be in full control of our breath, particularly when we are speaking long sentences. On page 24 of your books, we have certain exercises by which you can establish greater control over your breath. You can actually start taking larger amounts of breath even while you are speaking. We'll start with the second one. It says that say the following, taking a slightly bigger breath on the ribs between each line. At the end, there should be enough breath to speak the sentence twice without taking a further breath. Now, twice may be a little bit too much since we are starting out, but once will not be difficult. The way it's done is as follows. What you have to do is initially you take a breath before every line, even if you don't require that much breath. And I'll demonstrate it to you. I. Yeah. See, ordinarily, these exercises are participative. The idea is not for me to make a performance out of it. The idea is that you put these into practice. If I were to say the word I without sufficient breath, that's all I can manage. But if I take a deep breath, I, it has power and impact in the voice. I want you to feel the same power in your voice. You take a deep breath. I can control. I can control my. With a deep breath, I can control my breath. I can control my breath. I can control my breath and sustain.
I can control my breath and sustain.
I can control my breath and sustain my.
I can control my breath and sustain my.
I can control my breath and sustain my phrasing.
I can control my breath and sustain my phrasing.
Now this is the easy part of it. Able to do it with whatever breath we have. Now we have to take a really deep breath and try to do the whole thing, one breath, without taking a breath in between. So it's something like I can control my, I can control my breath and I can control my breath and sustain. I can control my breath and sustain my. I can control my breath and sustain my phrasing. One breath. See the amount which one breath can do for you. Try it out for yourself. Take a really deep breath. And one thing, taking a deep breath doesn't mean you don't put in that much pressure. Just in a relaxed manner, fill your lungs with air and start.
I can control. I can control.
See, ask yourself a question. Sometimes we tend to mumble, tend to speak somewhat of a feeble voice, which does not have. If this technique is done regularly, let's say in 15 days you do it 2-3 times in the morning and in the evening, you'll find that your voice will become louder, clearer. It'll sound more effective to you. Why? Because you have now started taking in larger amounts of breath and you are more in control of your communication. Do it once more. Take a little deeper breath, everybody, and start.
I can control my breath. I can control my breath and I can control my breath and sustain. I can control my breath and sustain my. I can control my breath and sustain my phrasing.
That's good. The second one which we are going to do is not only controlling our breath, but also ensuring clarity. Refining our pronunciation as we are speaking. Again, it requires breath. With the breath, 1 and 1 are 2. Everyone.
1 and 1 are 2.
2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8.
2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8.
8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32.
8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32.
32 and 32 are 64. 64 and 64 are 128.
32 and 32 are 64. 64 and 64 are 128.
128.
Who said it?
In one breath now. Now see, this is what happens when we talk about lack of clarity in speech, mispronunciations of words. It's again because of inadequate breath. When do we mispronounce a word? Either we do not pronounce each and every syllable of the word clearly or completely, or we mispronounce one of the syllables. With an adequate amount of breath, these problems are resolved. So with a deep breath, the whole thing in one breath. Let's try it out. 1
and 1 are 2. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. 32 and 32 are 64. 64 and 64 are 128.
So how many of you were able to do it in one breath? Maybe all of you. That's nice. If you practice this regularly, you will be able to do it twice in one breath. All of you are young people. The idea is not to speak longer sentences. It's always most effective to speak shorter, simpler sentences. But the idea is to put modulation into practice, giving your speech a greater control, which a deeper breath will enable you to. Now, so much as far as enhancing the capacity is concerned. The other thing which sir mentioned about was varying the pitch. A very important aspect of voice modulation is your ability to vary the pitch. Let's put it into practice. On the following page, page 25, we have two short exercises on varying the pitch, putting it into practice. There is a sentence, I can make my voice climb higher and higher. And the following one is, I can make my voice go lower and lower. Deliberately, the words have been put at different levels because each word has to correspond to a particular note. In order to give us a clearer indication of what the notes are, we will actually practice the Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa because it's the first lesson of music. It's also a wonderful voice and speech technique for fine-tuning and refining the tone of our voice. You take a deep breath. Now we'll do the one note higher with a deep breath. Re. Ga. Ga. As you would have noticed, each one of us has managed it quite effortlessly. All the notes in one breath now, all together. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Once more with a deep breath, the descending. Sa ni ga pa ma ga re sa. Once again. Sa re ga ma pa natural range of your voice. This is what your voice is truly capable of. But ask yourself a question. Do you vary the notes? How often do you do this? Then in English there is an adjective monotonous, which is derived from monotone, which means single tone of voice. So starting from today, whatever we do, we will not speak in a monotone. Now talking about varying the pitch, let's bring it into practice. Since we have done Sare Gama Pada Nisa, each and every note will correspond to the word. With a deep breath, number 6. I can make my voice climb higher and higher. Once again, take a deep breath, number 7. I can make my voice go lower and lower. Once more with deep breaths. Don't I can make my voice climb higher and higher. I can make my voice go lower and lower. Resonance. Resonance in the voice is also very important in order that you sound pleasant at all times. Control over your breath, appropriate use of the speech organs will also enable you to make it happen. If you found your own voices sounding really pleasant and effective to you, it's the resonance among other things which was making the difference. Now, having covered exercises for capacity, control, breath and the pitch, we move on to articulation. Now, how to ensure that it doesn't happen, that's what we are going to cover. We have certain exercises on page 29. Categorize them according to different speech organs. We start with the lips. What you have to do is take a breath before you speak the sentence. Pass the pens and pencils, please, with a deep breath.
Pass the pens and pencils, please.
Once more.
Pass the pens and pencils, please.
Do not forget to take a breath before you start. Packing pickles poses problems.
Packing pickles poses problems.
With a deep breath.
Packing pickles poses problems.
Apparently, the representative was appealing for support. With a deep breath.
Apparently, the representative is appealing for support.
Once again.
Apparently, the representative is appealing for support.
The apples appear to be dropping haphazardly.
The apples appear to be dropping haphazardly.
Take a deep breath.
The apples appear to be dropping haphazardly.
The stupid spider disappeared into the upturned barrel.
The stupid spider disappeared into the upturned barrel.
Once more.
The stupid spider disappeared into the upturned barrel.
The perspiring pianist performed perfectly.
The perspiring pianist performed perfectly.
Say it again with a deep breath.
The perspiring pianist performed perfectly.
Betty baked a better batch of buns.
Betty baked a better batch of buns.
Once again.
Betty baked a better batch of buns.
Bobby burst the big blue balloon.
Bobby burst the big blue balloons.
Again.
Bobby burst the big blue balloons.
Please pack and post the parcel.
Please pack and post the parcels.
With a deep breath.
Please pack and post the parcels.
I bought a book about a boy who became a prince.
I bought a book about a boy who became a prince.
With a deep breath.
I bought a book about the boy who became a prince.
This question we'll ask in 3 ways. Why will you worry?
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 3 different ways of asking the question, 3 different meanings. Emphasis on the key keywords. Wendy watched the weasel walking.
Wendy watched the weasel walking.
With a deep breath.
Wendy watched the weasel walking.
Where are the watches we wanted?
Where are the watches we wanted?
Wild winds and wet weather.
Wild winds and wet weather.
With a deep breath.
Wild winds and wet weather.
Walter watches while we were walking.
Water watches while we were walking.
With a deep breath.
Water watches while we were walking.
You are a fool to do it.
You are a fool to do it.
You lose too many shoes.
You lose too many shoes.
We choose the removing men.
We choose the removing men.
The beautiful blue balloon.
The beautiful blue balloon.
With a deep breath.
The beautiful blue balloon.
Do go through and look at Sue.
Do go through and look at Sue.
Now if we have stretched our lips, we move on to the tongue. Letters with L, N, D, T require you to curl the tongue. The technique is the same. With a deep breath, leave the lazy lion alone.
Leave the lazy lion alone.
Once more.
Leave the lazy lion alone.
If you delay longer, we are likely to be late.
If you delay longer, we are likely to be late.
The dull light from the candle burns slowly in the lamp.
The dull light from the candle burns slowly in the lamp.
With a deep breath.
The dull light from the candle burns slowly in the lamp.
Lie on your pillow and swallow the pill.
Lie on your pillow and swallow the pill.
The lorry was filled with bullion valued at 3 million lire.
The lorry was filled with bullion valued at 3 million lire.
Don't touch those taps till I return.
Don't touch those taps till I return.
The butler stopped to eat a toffee.
The butler stopped to eat a toffee.
With a deep breath.
The butler stopped to eat a toffee.
I got wet while I was out.
I got wet while I was out.
Take a deep breath.
I got wet while I was out.
Let's eat a lot of tomatoes today.
Let's eat a lot of tomatoes today.
He wrote his diary until dinner was ready.
He wrote his diary until dinner was ready.
He didn't want to admit that the leader was right.
He didn't want to admit that the leader was right.
With a deep breath.
He didn't want to admit that the leader was right.
Page 30. It's terribly difficult to enunciate a lot of T's.
It's terribly difficult to enunciate a lot of T's.
Once more with a deep breath.
It's terribly difficult to enunciate a lot of T's.
The door down the corridor slammed to.
The door down the corridor slammed to.
Shall we shut the shop?
Shall we shut the shop?
The shepherd had been shot in the shoulder.
The shepherd had been shot in the shoulder.
Quick, catch and kick the ball.
Quick, catch and kick the ball.
With a deep breath.
Quick, catch and kick the ball.
The choir came caroling at Christmas.
The choir came caroling at Christmas.
He parked his car close to the cliff.
He parked his car close to the cliff.
He grabbed the grapes greedily from Granddad's garden.
He grabbed the grapes greedily from Granddad's garden.
Do it with a deep breath.
He grabbed the grapes greedily from Granddad's garden.
Now the importance of reminding ourselves to start with a deep breath is only that we condition ourselves, and then it will start happening automatically. Exercises for the soft palate of the back of the tongue. There are a lot of words in English, the continuous tenses, which you have the ing words. So there you have the ing pronunciation is produced with the back of the tongue. I'm thinking of singing a moving song.
I'm thinking of singing a moving song.
With a deep breath.
I'm thinking of singing a moving song.
Bring your gong along.
Bring your gong along.
I think they got a drink from the tank.
I think they got a drink from the tank.
In the spring the birds are singing and the donkeys braying.
In the spring the birds are singing and the donkeys braying.
With a deep breath.
In the spring the birds are singing and the donkeys braying.
I am pulling a long length of string.
I'm pulling a long length of string.
Rushing along, fleeing from the angry orangutan.
Rushing along, fleeing from the angry orangutan.
Once again with a deep breath.
Rushing along, fleeing from the angry orangutan.
Gather the grapes and crush them.
Gather the grapes and crush them.
Going and getting granny's gift.
Going and getting granny's gift.
Ragged beggar was swaggering with his dagger.
Ragged beggar was swaggering with his dagger.
With a deep breath.
Ragged beggar was swaggering with his dagger.
The car's gears crashed.
The car's gears crashed.
He was greedily grabbing the gravy.
He was greedily grabbing the gravy.
More wagons making mud.
More wagons making mud.
Can you carry the carrots from the garden?
Can you carry the carrots from the garden?
Another car needs cleaning.
Another car needs cleaning.
I am making threatening noises.
I'm making threatening noises.
With a deep breath.
I'm making threatening noises.
He is getting the grey golf clubs.
He's getting the grey golf clubs.
Imagine mending the old thing.
Imagine mending the old things.
I am alone at home reading.
I'm alone at home reading.
Playing a game of cards.
Playing a game of cards.
Speeding along the winding road.
Speeding along the winding road.
Now what we'll do, we'll put all these things together in consonant exercises, which raises the level of difficulty slightly. In the same manner, longer sentences, more difficult pronunciations. The first one is, he made a number of accusations concerning his impecunious but meritorious companion. With a deep breath.
He made a number of accusations concerning his impecunious but meritorious companion.
Now, I heard someone say acquisitions. It's not acquisitions, it's accusations. Once again with a deep breath.
He made a number of accusations concerning his impecunious but meritorious companion.
Clearly all together.
He made a number of accusations concerning his impecunious but meritorious companion.
Now you may notice that some of the pronunciations, they are difficult because they require you to open your mouth, stretch your jaws wider. When we do this, we are able to manage it. There is a singular irregularity in using this word attributively.
There is a singular irregularity in using this word attributively.
Once more with a deep breath.
There is a singular irregularity in using this word attributively.
Once more.
There is a singular irregularity in using this word attributively.
Here, yeah, you say.
You want me to say? Yeah.
There is a singular irregularity in using the word attributively.
Yes. Energetic precautionary measures of unusual severity will be operated by general practitioners. With a deep breath.
Energetic precautionary measures of unusual severity will be operated by general practitioners.
Once more with a deep breath.
Energetic precautionary measures of unusual severity will be operated by general practitioners.
The professor of biological medicine's self-satisfaction aroused his audience to incomparable skepticism. With a deep breath.
The professor of biological medicine's self-satisfaction aroused his audience to incomparable skepticism.
Once again with a deep breath.
The professor of biological medicine's self-satisfaction aroused his audience to incomparable skepticism.
Skepticism.